In terms of what a body shop does, we take the assembled components or the raw components in terms of what comes in from parts, and we assemble the body itself. We call it a body in white, meaning it's just the metal shell of the body prior to sending it to the paint shop or getting any of the assembled parts put on top of it. Here in the body shop, we put approximately 2,400 welds onto the vehicle. So in our layered framing process, we're marrying the body side inners to our underbody prior to putting our body side outers, which is what the customer will see, onto the vehicle. So in this station, we have 16 robots simultaneously welding, all the while the framer gates are clamping and holding everything set in position at cycle time to ensure we meet our line rate for the body shop here at Mack and launching the new vehicle that we'll be launching.
Welcome to the new Detroit Assembly Complex Mack paint shop. About 9 months ago, we had set our first tank in the facility, the Eco Dip Tank. And if you look down on the far left end of this facility, that's where that tank was back in the autumn. Now you can see we have installed an incredible line of phosphate for the cleaning and treating of the metal. And then over here on the other side is the Eco process line. Very important process prior to painting the vehicle. We receive the vehicles from body in white. We clean the vehicle, then we phosphate it, treating the metal so it can actually be painted. And after we do that, after we zinc phosphate this sheet metal, we send it over into the E-coat line, which is on the other side of the aisle. That E-coating process is actually your first coat of paint that we put on the vehicle. We coat it on the outside as well as on the inside. And this is what gives us our premium corrosion resistance for all of our vehicles. After the vehicle's been E-coated, it comes up and it has to be cured. And what you're seeing here is the interior of the E-coat oven. And it takes approximately 30 minutes and 450 degrees to bake the E-coat paint onto the vehicle. I think that's about what you need for a pizza. Behind me is the sealer LASD line. This is a very important part of the process. We seal the bottom of the vehicle through this automated line here, and it's a very important step because what that does is it prevents any water coming up through your floorboard of your automobile. It also provides you with sound deadening material, the LASD, and that gives you a more enjoyable, quieter ride. Behind me here is our primer line. It consists of a primer booth and an oven. The purpose of the primer booth is to be able to lay down an extra coating that is UV protective. It keeps the paint, the top coat paint, from peeling off of the vehicle. What we have behind me here, actually to my left, is the primer oven. It's a straight through oven, which means that all the heater boxes are on a mezzanine above the oven itself.
General assembly is the finishing touches after the paint process. We install all the product and features onto the car, everything from wheels and tires to the engine. So my job here is to manage the launch process from engineering, design, and implementation of all the process and conveyor equipment. We're currently standing on trim 1. What you'll see is some robots moving behind me. We're addressing some ergonomic issues with the wire harnesses based on a lot of the new autonomous features on the car. The wire harnesses are becoming heavier and heavier. In the past, what we'd have to do is an operator would have to pull it out of a rack onto an assist arm and then push it into the car, or they would be literally picking them up and putting them into cars. So we looked at a functionality of a robot to install that wire harness now. We're standing at currently is the decking process. This is where the engine components marriage with the body. It's a semi-autonomous process. So what it does is the cart would come into station, marriage to the body, and then the operators would come in and secure the cradle to the body. This is your ADAS station. It's Advanced Driving Assistance Systems. What this station does is it calibrates a lot of the modules onto your car that you already have. Your lane detect features, your auto cruise controls to the car in front of you. Typically incorporate this into the wheel alignment process. What we've done looking forward into the future with all the advancements in technology, we split that off from the wheel liners and we incorporated it into its own system. So as the technology grows, it's very easy to change the station.